My first day at the new office started normally. Badge, desk, laptop, generic welcome email. Then the door slammed open. Not politely, not carefully, just bang. Everyone looked up. She walked in like she owned the building. Messy hair, oversized hoodie, coffee in one hand, phone in the other. She didn't even look at anyone. Just dropped her bag on a desk, kicked the chair into place, and sat. Someone from accounting whispered, "That's Jessica." Another voice answered quietly, "Good luck." I hadn't even met her yet. 5 minutes later, she stood up, stretched, and walked straight to my desk. No introduction, no hesitation. She leaned over, looking at my screen. "New guy." "Yeah?" "You type fast. That's suspicious." "I just started." "Even more suspicious." She grabbed my spare pen, didn't ask. Started spinning it between her fingers. "What's your name?" "Anon." She nodded once. "I'm Jessica." I figured. "Oh? Reputation reached you already?" "Kind of." She smirked. "Good. Saves time." She leaned closer, close enough that I could smell her coffee. "You're not nervous." "I am. I just hide it." She pointed at me. "I like that. Most people panic when I talk to them." "I'm still deciding." She laughed, loud. People turned. She didn't care. Jessica dropped into the empty chair beside me. "So what do you do?" "Trying to figure that out." Honest answer, rare. She glanced at my screen again. "You're doing it wrong." "Already?" "Yeah." She reached over, took the mouse, fixed something quickly. "There." That was fast. "I'm good at this. Don't tell HR." "They already know." She leaned back. "They hate me." I noticed. "They keep saying professional environment." "You disagree?" "I think work should be entertaining." She spun my chair slightly. "You look like you need entertainment." "I just got here." "Exactly." Someone from across the room called her name. "Jessica, meeting in 5." She didn't turn. "I'll be late." "You're always late." "Consistency." She stood up, then looked back at me. "You're interesting, new guy." "I'll try not to ruin that." "Too late. You work here." She walked away. Half the office visibly relaxed. I looked at my screen again, but I couldn't focus. Because in less than 10 minutes, Jessica had already stolen my pen, taken my mouse, insulted me, helped me, and somehow made the day less boring. And I had a feeling this was only the beginning. By day 2, I understood something. Jessica didn't behave like anyone else in the office. She didn't whisper. She didn't follow the usual rhythm. She treated everything like a game. I walked into the break room and found her sitting on the counter, not near it, on it, feet swinging, eating someone else's yogurt. "That yours?" I asked. She looked at the label. "No." "You're still eating it." "Finders keepers." "That's not how fridges work." "That's exactly how fridges work." She tossed me a spoon. "You want some?" "I don't even know whose it is." "That's part of the mystery." Later, she rolled her chair over to my desk again. "You look too focused." "I'm working." "Unfortunate." She grabbed a sticky note and wrote something, then slapped it on my monitor. "Don't forget to blink." "Really?" I asked. "You weren't blinking." "That's not true." "You blinked just now. You're welcome." She leaned back in her chair, balancing dangerously. "You're adjusting fast." "I'm trying." "Careful, you might start liking this place." "I doubt that." She pointed at herself. "You already do." At lunch, she stole half my sandwich. No hesitation, no apology. "You could ask," I said. I did. When? Right now. You already took it. Efficiency. Despite everything, I found myself laughing. Later in the afternoon, she leaned over my shoulder again. You ever get bored? Yes. Good. Why? I'm bored too. That's not comforting. She nudged my chair. We should do something after work. Like what? Don't know yet. That's the plan? That's always the plan. She stood up. Don't disappear. I hate chasing people. I won't. She walked away again. Same confident stride. Same zero concern for anything. And I realized something. Jessica wasn't just loud or unpredictable. She filled the space, changed the energy, made normal days feel different. And I was already getting used to it, which probably meant I was in trouble. By the end of the first week, Jessica had stopped treating my desk like it belonged to me. It was now shared territory, mostly without my permission. I sat down Monday morning and found a chocolate bar on my keyboard. No note, no explanation, just chocolate. 5 minutes later, Jessica rolled over in her chair. You found it. That was you? Obviously. Why? You looked tired Friday. You insulted me Friday. Multitasking. She leaned back, spinning slightly. You didn't eat it yet. I wasn't sure it was safe. She gasped dramatically. You think I'd poison you? I don't know you that well. Fair. She reached over, broke off a piece, ate it. See? Still alive. Around noon, she disappeared, then reappeared behind me. Close. Very close. What are you doing? I asked. Watching. You're hovering. Yes. That's distracting. Good. She leaned even closer. You type fast when you're annoyed. You're doing this on purpose. Always. Later, she grabbed my chair and pulled it slightly. You should take a break. I just started. You've been staring at that screen for 2 hours. I'm working. You're also becoming furniture. She stood up. Come on. Where? Outside. 5 minutes. I have things to finish. They'll survive. She didn't wait, just started walking. I followed, not sure why. We stood outside near the building. Jessica stretched. You needed air. You decided that for me. I'm usually right. That's debatable. She looked at me more seriously for a second. You don't push back much. I pick my battles. Smart. She nudged my shoulder lightly. You're not boring, you know. That's high praise coming from you. Don't get used to it. We went back inside. The rest of the afternoon passed quickly. Before leaving, she grabbed her bag. You free tonight? Maybe. That means yes. I didn't say that. You implied it. She pointed at me. Don't vanish. I won't. She smiled, small, but real. And for the first time, I realized Jessica wasn't just messing with me. She was choosing to spend time with me, which somehow felt more dangerous than anything else she'd done. We didn't plan anything. Jessica just walked beside me after work like it was already decided. So, she said, food. That's not a question. Nope. We ended up at a small burger place. She ordered extra fries, then stole half of mine, too. You planned this, I said. I optimize outcomes. After eating, we kept walking. No destination. Streetlights, quiet sidewalks, late evening. Jessica kicked a loose pebble. You're quieter outside work. I don't have to defend my sandwich here. Fair. She glanced at me. You ever regret taking this job? Not yet. You will. That reassuring? No. We reached my building. She stopped, looked up, then back at me. Nice place. You've never seen it. I assume. You assume a lot. She tilted her head. You inviting me in? I hesitated for half a second, then nodded. Inside, she immediately walked around like she was inspecting. You live alone? Yes. Explains the empty fridge. I wasn't expecting an audit. She dropped onto the couch, stretched out. I like it here. You've been here 30 seconds. First impressions. We talked. Random topics, music, work, stupid stories. At some point, she leaned back, watching me. You're still holding distance. I don't know what you mean. You do. She sat up, closer now. I mess with people. Most of them get defensive. You don't. I'm adapting. She smiled. Good. She moved closer again, close enough that I stopped thinking about what to say. You're fun, she said. That sounds dangerous. It is. She kissed me. No hesitation, no build-up, just direct. I didn't pull away. She leaned back slightly, watching my reaction. Well? You don't waste time. I hate waiting. She kissed me again, longer. The rest of the night moved naturally. No awkwardness, no overthinking, just closeness, warmth, and her constant playful confidence. At one point, she laughed quietly. You're full of surprises. So are you. I know. Later, we ended up on the couch again. Tired, comfortable. She rested her head against the back cushion. I should probably go home. You don't have to. She looked at me, then shrugged. Okay. She stayed. And sometime during the night, everything between us changed. Not just coworkers, not just teasing, something more. A month passed. Jessica didn't change. She still stole my food, leaned over my desk, made HR sigh every morning, texted me at random hours. But there was something else now. We were closer. We met outside work. She stayed over sometimes. It felt natural. Then one morning she didn't show up. Unusual. Jessica was rarely absent. Around noon she texted, "Come home early." No emoji, no joke. That was new. I got back to my apartment. She was already there, sitting on the couch, not moving. You okay? I asked. She looked up, expression unreadable. Yeah. Pause. No. That got my attention. She reached into her pocket, pulled something out, dropped it on the table. Pregnancy test. Positive. My brain stopped for a second. Jessica watched me carefully. Say something. You're serious? She nodded. Check twice. Silence. Then she leaned back. Well, that escalated. You're okay? She shrugged. I'm not panicking. You don't look surprised. I had a feeling. She glanced at me. You? I didn't expect this. Fair. She rubbed the back of her neck. First time I'd seen her slightly unsure. I'm not dumping this on you, she said. I didn't think you were. I just figured you should know. Yeah. She watched me again. You're not running. No. She exhaled slowly. Good. Then, like flipping a switch, she smirked. You know, I always said you were dangerous. I don't think that's how this works. Too late. She leaned forward. So, what now? We figure it out. She nodded. Okay. Then she added quietly, You're handling this better than I expected. I'm improvising. That's your thing. She leaned back. The tension eased. Guess I'm not just causing trouble anymore, she said. You still are. She smiled. Good. And just like that, everything changed. But somehow, Jessica still looked like herself. Same energy, same attitude. Just now, we had a future to figure out together. Jessica being pregnant didn't magically turn her into a different person. She still walked into the office late, still stole my chair, still ignored half the rules. The only difference? She ate more. I opened my desk drawer. Empty. Jessica. She didn't even look up. Yes? You took my snacks. I needed them. You took all of them. I was efficient. She tossed me an apple. Compensation. At lunch, she pushed my plate toward herself. You're eating again? I'm eating for two. That's not how portions work. It is now. Despite everything, she moved slower. Not obvious, but noticeable. One afternoon, she climbed onto a chair to reach a shelf. No, I said immediately. She froze. What? Get down. I'm fine. Get down. She rolled her eyes but stepped off. You're getting bossy. I'm getting cautious. She crossed her arms. Don't treat me like I'm fragile. I'm not. You are. I'm treating you like you're carrying my kid. She paused. That landed. Okay, she muttered. Later, at my apartment, she kicked off her shoes and dropped onto the couch. I'm tired. That's allowed. I hate being tired. Also allowed. She stretched, then looked at me. You're still here. Yes? You're not acting weird. I don't know how to act weird. She smiled slightly. Most people would panic. I'm not most people. She nodded. Good. She rested her head on the back of the couch. You know what's funny? What? I thought this would scare you off. Didn't work. She smirked. Yeah, you're stubborn. She looked at me again, softer now. I'm glad. That was the closest she came to saying it, and it was enough. It started with a hoodie. Jessica left it on my chair. I didn't say anything. She didn't take it back. 2 days later, a toothbrush appeared in my bathroom. You planning something? I asked. She shrugged. Convenience. Then she brought a small bag. Not big, just enough to notice. You moving in? I asked. Don't make it official. I'll panic. Fair. She started staying over more often. Not every night, but most. One evening I walked in and found her in my kitchen, cooking, which was new. You cook? I asked. I can follow instructions. What's the occasion? I was hungry. That tracks. We ate. She leaned back in the chair. This feels weird. How? Normal. That's bad? I don't know yet. She looked around my apartment. You're getting used to me. Yes. You should be worried. Too late. She smiled. Later, she stood near the window, hands resting lightly on her stomach. You know, I didn't think I'd let someone this close. I didn't push. Yeah, that helped. She turned toward me. You're not trying to change me. No. Good. I'd fight you. I believe that. She stepped closer. I like this, she said. Me too. She nudged my shoulder. Don't get sentimental. Too late. She laughed, then sat beside me, closer than usual. Her head rested against my shoulder, just naturally. No comment, no joke. After a minute, she spoke quietly. Guess you're stuck with me. I'm okay with that. She nodded. Good. And just like that, she didn't leave that night, or the next, or the one after. Without saying it out loud, Jessica had moved in. And somehow, it felt exactly right. Jessica's due date came faster than I expected. She pretended she didn't care, but she checked the hospital bag 3 times. "You're nervous," I said. "I'm prepared." "You reorganized the bag again." Optimization. Of course. It happened early in the morning. She nudged me awake. "Hey." I opened one eye. "Yeah?" "I think it's time." I sat up instantly. "You sure?" She nodded. "Pretty sure." The drive to the hospital was quiet. Jessica looked out the window. "You're gripping the wheel too hard." "I'm focused." "You're stressed." "Maybe." She smirked. "You'll survive." Hours later, everything blurred. Nurses, instructions, waiting. Jessica squeezed my hand. "This is intense," she said. "You're doing great." "I know." Still Jessica. Then the moment came. A cry filled the room, loud, alive. They handed her the baby first. She stared for a second. "Well," she said. "What?" "That's ours." They handed the baby to me, tiny, warm, real. Jessica watched me. "You look shocked." "I am." She smiled. "Good. Keeps you humble." Later, back home, she sat on the couch holding the baby. "So," she said, "I guess we did this." "Yeah." She looked at me. "You stayed." "Yes." She nodded. "Good, because I wasn't letting you leave." I laughed. She leaned back, baby sleeping in her arms. "You know," she said, "I'm still trouble." "I know. Just upgraded." "That's accurate." She smiled. Same Jessica, same energy, now with a tiny new addition. And somehow, everything felt complete.
Yeah, 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 yeah. First day, new desk, same old light. Badge on my shirt, trying to get it right. Then the door slammed hard and she walked in late. Messy hair, black coffee, chaos on her plate. She looked at my screen and she stole my pen. Said you type too fast, what's wrong with him? I said, I'm nervous, I just hide it well. She laughed so loud, like she owned the help. She talks like trouble, moves like a spark, makes the whole room shift just walking through the dark. She's trouble in a hoodie, fire in her eyes, kissing me like danger, looking like surprise. She stole my food, my chair, my sleep, got way too close, got way too deep. Now she's in my apartment, in my head, in my life. Trouble in a hoodie, and I think I got it right. After work, streetlights, nowhere to go. She said, come with me, like I say no. Burger, fries, bad jokes, downtown air. Then she sat on my couch like she lived there. She kissed me first, no warning sign, like she already made up her mind. And every time she looked at me, normal got harder to believe. She smiles like a secret, talks like a dare, and somehow every quiet night feels louder when she's there. She's trouble in a hoodie, fire in her eyes, kissing me like danger, looking like surprise. She stole my food, my chair, my sleep, got way too close, got way too deep. Now she's in my apartment, in my head, in my life. Trouble in a hoodie, and I think I got it right. Then one night she said, come home early. Didn't joke, didn't run, didn't turn away from me. 2 pink lines in a breath held still. And I said, we'll figure it out. And we will. She still breaks rules, still steals my snacks, still walks through life like she never looks back. But now, when she leans into me, I see forever in the chaos. Still fire in her eyes. Now there's a future burning in that light. She stole my